What's up, everybody? Sparrow with a Gun here from Sleepless Nights with another episode on Medieval Engineers, working back again on our small castle build. So when we left off in the last episode, we had kind of ironed out our patterns for the ground floor part of the castle section. Oh, and let me point out, because of the weekend coming up, I wanted some time off, so I did another bulk recording. So part 6 through 9? 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah. Parts 6 through 9 of this castle are going to be pre-recorded, if it takes that long. If we don't, then it'll be different. But the last episode, this episode, and the next 2 to follow are recorded all in the same time. So keep that in mind if you've made suggestions and comments and things like that and haven't seen them actually do anything in the builds. That's why. So just keep that in mind. So I did that, in case you hadn't noticed, because I realized something in the last episode, and that is, if you do a corner like this, you get these little corner shapes along the edge of the block, which I don't like. But if you put something in the back, then it takes and gets rid of those corners. So we're going to leave that for stuff like this, that's an outer corner, but those back corners, you know, if you remove something like this, see how it shows up on the wall? Kind of the same thing that Space Engineers does, that you see a seam, basically, if there's nothing next to it. Alright, so we've got this part. Now I'm trying to think of how I want to do this ceiling. And again, I've said this many, many times. I don't know if I want to do it that way. Sorry, I got sidetracked a little bit there. I've said this many times that I don't really plan on building for structural integrity. That the way I build is more just for creative, because I have a hard enough time making up crap to make it look cool, that I don't have the engineering capacity to actually take into account structural integrity and still build things with relatively quick. So yeah, I don't really do that. I kind of just build and see what happens. So one thing we could do is we could raise this edge. And what I mean by raise... Wait, can I? Yeah, I can. Is instead of doing these blocks down here, we can put them up here and make it higher, like a higher cathedral ceiling, I guess. Ooh, I just thought of something that'll be cool. I don't know, again, structurally, if it would work very well, but we're gonna do it. I never thought of doing that. No, I don't want to do that. We'll start here. So let's, can I do... We do get that annoying overlap if we put two blocks together like this that aren't really designed to, but until they implement a corner block, I think we're kind of stuck with it. So that's whatever. But I love these arches too much. I would do these blocks, but I don't think I can actually flip them. Oh yeah, you can. I could do it like this, but I like the curves. The curves are cool. So let's go ahead then, if we're gonna do that. Ooh, I don't... Ooh, will this even work? I don't think that'll work. Ugh, we have run into an issue, it would seem. Seem? Right, this seem? No? Okay. And that is cornering. How do we corner this? I don't think we have a block design for that. Yet. I'm sure they will eventually, but yet, I don't think we do. I suppose you could rotate this, maybe? Is that a thing? Is that doable in this yet? No? Maybe? No? Okay. So, Well, that's going to be an issue for this design then. Because no matter how we splice it, it's going to stick out. And if I did something like this... Yeah, no. I can't roll this over. Ew. This is a messy situation. No, I don't think that's gonna work. Darn. I really wanted it to, too. I like that corner look of the... I like this corner. I just can't figure out how to make this corner do the same thing. I don't think we're going to, actually. I'm trying to think if there's any way to use these walls that are thinner to pull that off, but I really don't think it's gonna work. I don't think that's gonna happen. We may just have to do this, I think, for now. Ah, crap! We're gonna run into the same thing over here. Dang it. And it doesn't matter how far out we bring this, we can't spin it back around. Well, poo. Why does it feel like I'm walking? Why am I walking? Like, just... Does he always walk that slow? No. What did I do? I hit a button. I hit a button and now I'm walking around. Upward jump. Switch... Oh, switch walk. Maybe that's it. But I didn't hit that. I don't think. I didn't hit that button. Did I? Oh, I must have. Okay, whatever. Weird. Alrighty. New plan, then. That's not gonna work. We're gonna need flush walls for that to work. Or at least not this edge of a corner. We're gonna only... no, it's not gonna work. I don't think I can do that. Here, tell you what. Let's make a ceiling and then figure out where we could replace that stuff. Although it would be nice to do in the light of day and not dark, but, you know. Oh, I see a solution, actually. Something like that, perhaps? And then we could just fill that in. Okay. This could work, possibly. Make like a curved in section? I don't know how to put that. Although this would have to change, because I don't like the inconsistency there. Oops, what did I break? There we go. And then we can just put this here. There we go. Okay. Now we get the fun part of putting down walls. Like this. Okay, and we're gonna have to merge those. And then we're gonna have to continue this over here. Oh, am I gonna cover up the cool stonework, I guess, maybe? Oh, wait a minute, did I? Yeah, I got all that, okay. Okay, whoops. And one for the road. Okay, so while I'm not a huge fan of this, that it doesn't line up to where it isn't like the same arch all the way around, not a huge fan of that, but you know, what are we gonna do? Now I just thought of a problem that I had not thought about. Crap. Dang it. I didn't think about the fact that you can't turn these slab things horizontal. I was kind of counting on the fact that you could. Crap. Because that was going to be my ceiling. But I don't think I can do that without rotating them to be flush with the ground. Fudge sickles. Alright, well, new plan again. Let's get rid of all this. Well, so much for the corner issue, I guess. Okay, so what we're going to need to do then is get rid of all this. All these extra... Actually, it might help a little bit, because it'll get rid of all these extra stone slabs. So it could be useful. At least in keeping our build a little bit more simplistic, I should say, and not quite as resource intensive. Okay, that's part of the... That's all part of that. Let's get rid of that. Oops. Sometimes you get a little carried away with your deleting things. Crap. There we go. Alright. Dang it. Wait, is that what I wanted to do? Ah, there we go. That's better. Okay. At least it'll all be uniform now. We won't have to worry about it looking weird. Okay, and I'll just have to fix that in a second. We can get rid of this now too, I guess. And this. Open that up to give us some more room. And we can put... I don't know how low of a doorway we can have. That technically works, but it feels very, very close. So we're gonna move it back one, I think. Yeah, that looks better. Feels a little less cramped. We could put a slab there. I mean, I do love those arches. But we could actually put a just straight corner slab. Except that it has a completely different stone texture. Oops. Oops. Did I just delete stairs? I deleted stairs. Okay. Alright, so here we've got... Man, it's so dark in here. The basement area, where we're going to keep stuff. Now, again, we'll detail all this later. I'm not real worried about it right now. I kind of want to get the overall design and structure of the place squared away. Now, I don't know that I want too much subterranean stuff in here. And we might even move this doorway, just FYI, if it comes to that. So I think for now, we're just going to fill this in, because it's not going to look any different on the outside. So it will allow us to just start building rooms and stuff on top of all this. So that'll make things a little easier, I would think. Oops. Okay, and let's stretch this out. Boom! Break the game. I will say that, at least in my opinion, which for whatever weight that carries. Keen Software House, with both Space Engineers and now Medieval Engineers, seems to produce some of the really high-polished alphas. That I've seen some alphas that were, whew, they were pretty rough. But they seem to just put out some really good alphas that, like, you feel kind of like are almost complete games. If this, like Space Engineers, it feels like a complete game as it is, yet it is like still in alpha. So I always think that's cool. Okay, now for this part, ooh, I might not have wanted to do that. I put, yeah, I made it squared here, but not up one. Okay. So for the wall, although this one's not part of that wall, yeah, we're gonna have to break it. Okay, so we'll put one there. And at this point, what we're trying to do is build the frame kind of like we did in the last part for the basement, but we're trying to build in the frame for the new wall for the rest of the building. And I know I said I wasn't going to do a wall all the way around on the inside. Actually, you know what? I might not. I'm just thinking it would make it easier to build out rooms as figuring out where you wanted stuff. Yeah, we'll just go ahead and do it. I'll just say they inlaid it a little bit. Come on. You gave me a corner a second ago. There it is. Okay. And I don't know how much of this we're going to keep. As far as, like, the building it over top of the mountain. When just a little piece is sticking out and then I'm putting another block there. I don't know how long I'm going to keep some of this. Some of it's just for cover-up. It's a cover-up, I tell you. Okay. Yeah, I'm just trying to kind of give it connections so that we can have a closed-in wall. I'm not entirely sure how high it's going to go, though. It might not be like a wall like this. It might just be to give you, like, a room so that your bedroom or something doesn't have, like, you know, just a wall of rock and dirt and grass and stuff. Kind of thing. Whoop! What did I do? Broke the game. Game broke. I sent a split all the way through this mountain. Look at that! I'm splitting the mountain. I don't know what I'm doing. The texture mechanic is not happy with me right now. Well, that's kind of cool. It lines up right there. That's funny. Okay, so let's now work on squaring up some of this. Not all of it, but some of it. Like this. This is fine, but we wanted to flush it out. Like this kind of stuff. There's really no reason for a 2-block space. That's kind of weird. This corner part, I don't know about this one. We might just have to leave it as is. Oh, we could always add one here. And that meets 2, 2, and then a longer stretch. That'd be 2 and 2. So a lot of it just comes down to what we want to build in these rooms, I suppose. And just out of curiosity, what's the integrity look like? This spot right here is apparently horrible. But what spot is that? This looks like VR, like Metal Gear VR missions or something. Ironically, it's the block back behind this room. I guess it's because we built over top of empty space, more than likely. Like, my guess would be... Oh, no, there is a block there. Ah, but there's no block here. So what does that do? Makes it worse. Good. Good. It's just moving it along because all this is empty underneath it, probably. So I'm not going to worry about it. So that just means that when we're done with this build and we turn it on, it's just going to all cave in, which is going to be hysterical. Alright, so I think that'll about wrap things up for this episode. Like I said, I'm monitoring, reading the comments, all that kind of stuff, but if you don't see something you mentioned, even though I said it was a good idea or something in the comments, that's because the next couple are still part of a pre-recorded bulk session. So, let me know what you guys think anyway. In the meantime, I hope you all enjoyed. If you did, leave a like, and I'll see you all next time. Peace!